Welcome to the strange, grimy, and oddly hilarious world of Oddworld, a place where farting is a strategy, your bosses want to grind you into snacks, and saving your friends is literally a puzzle. In this video, we are diving into the full evolution of Oddworld franchise, from early days of Abe's Oddysee on the PlayStation 1 to the cinematic reimaginings like Soulstorm. We'll be going through every game in release order, even the handheld ones. Yup, they exist, to see how the series grew, changed genres, and got weirder with time. So sit back, free your fellow Modicons, and let's take a trip through Oddworld.
That's me. My name is Abe. I was Employee of the Year.
This is where it all started. Oddworld Abe's Oddysee, released in 1997. Abe was just a janitor at Rupture Farms, scrubbing floors in the biggest meat factory on Oddworld, until he discovered the next big product on the menu was him. What follows is a side-scrolling escape packed with puzzles, traps, sneaking, and saving your fellow Modicons, if you feel like it.
Follow me. Okay.
You don't use guns here. Abe relies on brain power, chanting to possess enemies, and making weird noises to get by. It's dark, it's funny, and it doesn't hold your hand. One mistake and splat. Abe's Oddysee kicked off the franchise with style. Brutal, bizarre, and unforgettable.
Stealing our bones. They used Budokan slaves to do it. Blind ones that couldn't see. The Gluckins did.
Just a year later, Oddworld Abe's Exoddus dropped, and this time Abe is not just escaping, he's back on a rescue mission. After saving 99 Modicons, he learns the Glucons are using Modicon bones and tears to brew a twisted new drink, Soulstorm brew. Yeah, it's as messed up as it sounds. The game builds on everything from Abe's Oddysee. More emotions, smarter AI, quick saves, and now you can control multiple followers at once. It's funnier, more refined, and still very deadly. Possess your enemies, navigate nasty factories, and try not to get anyone squished in the process.
Hi.
Exoddus wasn't just a sequel, it was a huge step forward for the series, and for Abe as a reluctant hero. While Abe's Oddysee was blowing minds on the PlayStation 1, Oddworld Adventures brought a bite-sized version to the Game Boy in 1998. It's a simplified take on the original. Same story, same basic mechanics, just squeezed into a tiny screen and fewer buttons. A lot had to be cut, of course. No voice commands, fewer levels, and no cinematics. It was too rough around the edges, and to be honest, it's not that good. Following up on the first handheld game, Oddworld Adventures 2 hit the Game Boy Color in 2000, adapting Abe's Exoddus for portable play. Once again, it trimmed down the story and mechanics to fit the tiny hardware. No cutscenes, limited controls, and simpler levels. But it still captured the basics: sneaking, chanting, and rescuing fellow Modicons from the horrors of Soulstorm brew. It's scaled back version, but for fans on the go, it got the job done. Munch's Oddysee marked Oddworld's big jump to 3D in 2001, and he brought a new face to the spotlight: Munch, the last of his kind. After being captured and experimented on, Munch teams up with Abe to escape. rescue puzzles, and stop a twisted corporate plan involving stolen eggs.
How you doing?
Hey, it's Abe.
Okay, get to work.
Whatever.
For the first time, you can switch between two characters, Abe and Munch, each with unique abilities. Munch could swim and use gadgets, while Abe could still chant and lead his fellow Mudokons.
Yeah, sure.
The tone was still dark and weirdly funny, but the gameplay leaned more into action and puzzles over platforming. It was ambitious, a bit clunky, but undeniably Oddworld, with fun jokes and corporate satire intact. Munch's Oddysee got a Game Boy Advance version in 2003, but don't expect a handheld 3D experience. This one is a full 2D reinterpretation, turning the console game into a side-scrolling platformer. You still switch between Abe and Munch, using their powers to solve puzzles and save your species, but with simplified controls and levels made for the small screen.
Help me out here? Yeah, sure.
It's a very different take, but it kept the spirit of teamwork and dark humor alive, just in a pixel form. Stranger's Wrath flipped the Oddworld formula on its head in 2005, swapping puzzles and possession for a bounty-hunting spaghetti western vibe. You play as a stranger, a mysterious crossbow-wielding drifter, hunting outlaws for cash. But this is Oddworld, so your ammo? Yeah, it's literally live critters. The game blends first-person shooting with third-person platforming, letting you chase, tackle, or sneak up on bounties.
Set! Good, cause here they come! Get into position! Hold it, hold it, hold it, now! Gotcha! Ha!
Underneath all the action is a deeper story about identity, survival, and corporate cruelty. Classic Oddworld themes, just delivered with a bit more bite. It was bold, bizarre, and way ahead of its time. And to this day, Stranger's Wrath stands out as the weirdest, wildest entry in the franchise.
Why does I have to... Chump cash-in time.
That's me. My name is Abe. I was Employee of the Year. Now I'm dead meat.
Fast forward to 2014. Oddworld New Oddysee reinvents the original Abe's Oddysee in shiny HD, but still as a 2D platformer with gorgeous 3D visuals. You're still Abe, sneaking, chanting, and freeing Mudokons from the horrors of Rupture Farms. Only this time it looks cinematic, moves smoothly, and even adds quick save feature from Exoddus.
What's that?
The remake expands game speak, adds deeper dialogue, and brings hidden secrets into crisp focus. Yet it gives the old-school challenge with a true-to-form hard mode. Players either loved it or missed the oppressive atmosphere of the PlayStation 1 original. Whether you are a returning fan or meeting Abe for the first time, New and Tasty proves Oddworld still feels as strange and unforgettable.
Living your lives inside of lies upon lies until finally it was the terrible truth you discovered that broke your mind free. Now you must grow.
Soulstorm picks up right after New and Tasty, with Abe stepping into his reluctant role as a leader of a growing Muricon uprising. The story dives deeper into the corruption behind Soulstorm Brew, a drink that's addictive, dangerous, and built on an even darker secret. The game expands the formula with a full 2.5D world, crafting, inventory, scavenging, and more involved follower mechanics. Abe is not just sneaking anymore. He can double jump, possess enemies, and lead entire groups into massive multi-layered levels. Your choices matter too. The more Muricons you save, the better your ending. Soulstorm is bigger, more intense, and leans hard into cinematic storytelling, making it the boldest Oddworld game yet. And that's the journey through Oddworld, from Abe's first escape to leading a full-on revolution. Whether you grew up chanting with the PlayStation 1 controller or just discovered this bizarre universe, one thing is for sure, Oddworld is unforgettable. I'm Sam, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and check out the channel for more game evolutions.